The Last of Us wins big at the Emmys. No return from The Last of Us 2 Remastered is a stressful mode. Don't expect the PS5 Pro to be announced anytime soon. And Konami may still be working on that Metal Gear Solid remake. All that and more in today's PlayStation news. Let's get to them. Let's start talking about The Last of Us because the HBO adaptation won big during the Creative Arts Emmys, dominating Saturday night's wins. HBO's The Last of Us secured Outstanding Guest Actor for Nick Offerman for his portrayal of Bill, while Storm Reed won Outstanding Guest Actress for Riley in the Left Behind episode. Additional wins include Outstanding Prosthetic Makeup, Special Visual Effects, Main Title Design, Sound Editing, Sound Mixing, and Picture Editing. In contrast, the series didn't win any Golden Globes on Sunday, despite being nominated for 3 awards, with the series up for Best Television Drama, and both Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey up for Best Actor and Actress in a TV series drama respectively. Still not bad for a huge hit from PlayStation Productions and HBO. Speaking of Last of Us, we're a little over a week away from The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, set to launch this January 19th, which Naughty Dog keeps hyping on social media. They have been showing each character's skills for the no-return roguelike mode, which according to senior character designer Del Walker is very stressful. He warns players on Twitter that it's not recommended for the weak hearts. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla was a very well received roguelike last month, and this one could make people revisit the game given the $10 upgrade option. By the way, Naughty Dog also explained how you upgrade the game, and it works just like previous upgrades. You have to wait until the game launches on the 19th, then if you have a digital copy of the PS4 version, the PS5 version will appear for $10. If you have the disc, you have to insert the disc for the price to reflect. After that, the disc is required on the console to be able to play the digital version, while digital owners can play like normal. Will you be playing this remaster? Are you going with the upgrade or jumping for the first time? Share with us in the comments. Next, new rumors point out that the Horizon Zero Dawn spin-off from NCSoft called Project Skyline is a full-fledged MMORPG on Unreal Engine 5, heading to PC and mobile with a PS5 release uncertain. That is per a new article from the Korean website MTN, which found several clues on LinkedIn profiles that detail the project. Based on job listings and CVs, the game started as Project H in 2021 with 140 team members, and is slated for a post-2025 launch after they ship Ion 2, and it promises quote-unquote fun and systematic gameplay and freedom instead of simple pattern recognition. The partnership between NCSoft and Sony was announced late last year to quote-unquote expand beyond console and broaden PlayStation reach to a wider audience. Guerrilla themselves are also working on another Horizon multiplayer as they confirmed in 2022. Are you interested in a Horizon MMORPG or multiplayer game? Let us know in the comments. Sony will need to be very careful about those live service games, as analyst Tom Wishman from Newzoo has predicted the decline of the gaming model's dominance in 2024 due to market saturation and decreased profitability for game companies. Established live service games such as EA Sports, Fortnite, and Call of Duty are still dominating sales, but there's growing competition which is also making studios go back to the premium model, as we saw with Naughty Dog. Sony has already halved their live service ambitions, now expecting to ship only 6 games by March 2026 instead of 12, following the cancellation of The Last of Us Online and the delay of Marathon by Bungie. Maybe you're looking forward to PS5 Pro more than those live services, but don't expect any news about it soon despite Sony having a CES presentation today. Insider Tom Henderson, who initially leaked information on PS5 Pro, has calmed the waters of speculation on Twitter, saying he would be surprised if they were to announce a new console 9 to 10 months from release. If they are going with that timeline, he believes it will be a Q3 announcement. That makes sense since the PS4 Pro was announced in September 2016, just 2 months before its release in November. So if they are going with the rumored September 2024 launch, an announcement would be in July at the earliest, that is if nothing has changed internally. Fans may have also found some hints of a PS5 Pro recently from a Wolverine presentation leaked from the Insomniac hack that pointed out the title used AI upscaling. Are you looking forward to PS5 Pro? When do you think they will announce it? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Moving on, if you're a PlayStation Stars user that spent money during the holidays but you are not receiving your points, you are not alone. Many users have reported any purchases made after December 25th until January 2nd are not reflected. Only purchases are affected as points for activities do appear. I'm also affected as I got some games from the holiday sale and none are reflecting, but the Plus catalog activity did reward points. Some users on Reddit report having contacted support and are being told that the points are getting applied, so hopefully the issue will be fixed soon. Next, Sony may have confirmed the release dates of two Konami titles for 2024, both remakes. PlayStation.com published their usual article looking at the upcoming games for the year, with some highlights being Helldivers 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin. At the bottom of the website, both Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater and Silent Hill 2 appear listed, despite Konami not giving any of these games a release window. Rumors say that Metal Gear Solid Delta has been in development for more than 3 years, and the level design is completely ready as we saw in the engine trailer. As for Silent Hill 2 leaker, Dos Golem has recently said the game is basically feature complete and just in the polishing phase, plus a New Year corporate note on the Bloober Team website indicates they may be moving to a new project with Unreal Engine 5. So it may be the case that both Konami remakes launch this year, but they are waiting to be 100% certain before announcing any dates. Are you looking forward to any of these remakes? Share with us in the comments. Let's stick with Metal Gear Solid because the first game could also be getting the remake treatment, as per a new rumor from a Spanish website Área Jugones. Área Jugones had previously reported on this rumor, but it has not materialized, with Konami announcing the Master Collection and Snake Eater remake. Now they report that the remake of the first game has been in development for several years, and is the one Konami will go all in after Delta comes out. Plus it's a PS5 exclusive just like Demon's Souls, with no clues on which studio is working on it. The remasters and Delta both indicate Konami is going big with reviving the series, and voice actor David Hayter also hinted the remasters were only the tip of the iceberg. Would you like a Metal Gear Solid remake as well? Which other Metal Gear games would you like remade? Voice your thoughts in the comments. Now it's time for a round of quickfire gaming news. Hogwarts Legacy ended 2023 as the UK's top physical video game, surpassing EA Sports FC 24 and breaking the series' dominance in the region for the past decade. Over half of the total copies sold were primarily on PS5, with PS4 and Nintendo Switch following. Actor Ned Luke, who plays Michael in GTA 5, has defended GTA 6 against claims from fans that the game is quote-unquote woke due to inclusion of female character Lucia. In an interview with IGN, he said the character looks badass and dismisses criticism about the game becoming more socially conscious, as the series has seen female characters in the past. Ubisoft's highly anticipated open-world game Star Wars Outlaws is set to release in 2024, according to a Disney Parks blog post. The game, set between episodes 5 and 6, follows protagonist Kay Vess and her companion Nyx as they navigate the galaxy's criminal underworld. It was scheduled for 2024, with rumors of Ubisoft delaying a big game into their next fiscal year, but it seems they are sticking with a launch for this year. Another Ubisoft game coming soon is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and the French company has announced the rendering modes for all platforms. Base PS4 will run at 1080p and 60 FPS, PS4 Pro will run at 4K and 60 FPS, and PS5 in 4K and 120 FPS. The game launches on January 18 with early access for the deluxe edition on the 15th. CD Projekt Red has announced that Cyberpunk 2077's expansion Phantom Liberty has sold over 5 million copies since its launch in September 2023. The expansion was praised as one of the best expansions for last year, revamping several systems with the 2.0 update and adding new content. Developer Kinetic Games has provided an update on the console release for their popular ghost hunting game Phasmophobia. It was initially planned for a PS5 and Xbox release last August, but it was delayed due to a fire incident and unforeseen development issues. Their current roadmap on Steam indicates the console launch will happen as soon as it's ready, with no window attached. Little Nightmares could be getting an enhanced edition for PS5, as the game was recently rated by the ESRB for PS5, Xbox Series and PC, and that's after it was leaked by the South African Film and Publication Board. Bandai Namco has not confirmed the upgrade, but they did the same for Little Nightmares 2, so an improved version of the first one may launch before the third entry comes out later this year. Apex Legends crossover with Final Fantasy VII announced at the Game Awards will start this January 9 until the 30th, with new content such as Cloud's Buster Sword and material items with different effects that go from damaging enemies to heal yourself to summoning a Nessie companion to attack foes. The event also offers 36 items to unlock, including Final Fantasy VII characters, all as a way to hype more people ahead of Reverse launch on February 29. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. Come back on Wednesday for a new video, but remember to share your thoughts on any of these news in the comments below, like or dislike to let me know your feedback, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!